everybody, I'm very glad to meet you at our lesson. So let's introduce with our topic. Today we'll speak about grammar, and our topic is about past models of deductions and speculation. Our lesson objective for today is use a growing variety of past modal forms, including must, have, can't have, might, have to express speculation and deduction about the past on a wide range of familiar, general and curricular topics. Now, let's listen to Jack and Amy talking about a lecture on DNA. 4 questions from 1 to 4, and you should choose the correct answer A, B or C.
What did you think of the lecture, Amy?
It was really interesting, Jack, especially the part about gene editing. I was born with asthma and it's no fun, I can tell you. The idea that we'll be able to remove the bad genes responsible for diseases from an unborn baby is a huge advance for medical science. I know that some people disagree with it now, but I think everyone will be doing it in the future.
I know what you mean, but it's not that simple, is it?
What do you mean?
There might be problems. Removing one gene from a cell may affect the other genes. Each of our cells contains a huge amount of information. How do we know that by taking out a bad gene from a cell? The scientists are not also taking out a good one. They have no idea what damage that could cause.
Genetic editing is a major breakthrough, Jack. I'm sure that in the future the scientists won't make mistakes.
You can't be sure about that. Look at Jurassic Park.
What? That's a film. That could never happen.
I know it's a film, but they used gene editing in it to create the dinosaurs. They created something they couldn't control, and it destroyed them. I've read that scientists are trying to revive dinosaurs for real now. That can't be a good idea, can it?
Okay, I get your point. We have to be careful with any new science. We don't know what people will use it for, but that's true of every discovery and invention since the Stone Age.
To be honest, Amy, I can't decide whether altering DNA is a good thing or not. They're also considering using the science to bring back other extinct species. Not ones from millions of years ago, but more recently extinct ones, like the woolly mammoth.
Now that's something I'd love to see. A hairy elephant.
Do you know how to use modal verbs to say how certain you are about a possibility? And how do you express speculation in English? Okay, now you can have a note and write down what you know, what you want to know, and at the lesson what you learned. Okay, now I want to explain you why we use past model of deduction. We use them to make guesses or deductions about past actions or states use a past model of deduction. And this is formed with a modal verb plus have and plus past participle. We can use modal verbs for deduction, guessing if something is true using the available information. The modal verb we choose shows how certain we are about the possibility. And we have degrees of certainty, such as less certain with the modal verbs with may, might, and could, more certain with the modal verb must, and certain that the statement is false, such as can't and couldn't modal verbs. Okay, now let's answer for the question, which one should we use? We use must modal verbs with definite action, and modal verb with cannot we use for impossible action, and for may, might, mightn't, and could we use for possible or perhaps actions. We use must have plus past participle when we are sure that something happened in the past. For example, who told the newspapers about the Prime Minister's plans? It must have been someone close to him. Or the thief must have had a key, the door was locked and nothing was broken. Oh God, we have got milk. Ainur must have bought some yesterday. We can use might have or may have or could have plus past participle when we think something was possible but we aren't sure. For example, I think I might have left the air conditioning on. Please, can you check? And we use may have is more formal than might have. Could have is also possible in this context but less common. For example, the city may have lost power. The speaker isn't certain if the city really did lose power. This is just one possibility. We use can't have and couldn't have plus past participle when we feel sure that something didn't happen in the past. For example, she can't have driven there. Her car keys are still here. I thought I saw Adnan this morning, but it couldn't have been him. He is in Greece this week. I thought I saw John in town this morning, but it can't have been him. He is in Greece this week. I can't have left it in the supermarket. I had it on the bus on the way home. You can't have read the instructions properly. They are perfectly clear. I hope that you conclude our knowledge about past models of deduction and speculation, and I think that you will be able to practice and fill in each gap using must have, can't have, could have, may have or might have. Okay, let's try to do this task. Our lesson is almost over, and I want you to write down what you learned from today's lesson. And thank you for your attention. Goodbye, my dear students.